Everyone in crypto is a hypocrite piece of shit. I'm the guy that actually speaks the truth, and then I get attacked for it. The only reason anyone buys fucking cryptocurrency is because they want to get fucking rich fucking quickly. Period. Period. Unless you're on the dark net, and there ain't but 1% of people playing with that. So I know why people really buy crypto, and I speak to their concerns. Here is the price chart. Here is the likelihood it goes to zero. Look at the volatility. This is all disclosed on the Hex homepage. Hex talks about you're going to sit through dips. The price is going to dip. Could go to zero. Could go so close to zero that, you know, it might as well be. That's on the fucking homepage of Hex. Is that on the homepage of any other website? If you go to bitcoin.org, does it talk about the 85% dips? No, they pretend the price doesn't exist because they're lying, scamming fucks. People get hurt by this fucking price. People bought 20K. I'm the guy that told you that was the top. I'm the guy that saved your fucking ass. They're the guys that were happy to sell you into the fire. And Ethereum did the same shit. The Ethereum Foundation sold the $1,500 fucking peak. They helped make that the top. They sold that shit. And they even brag about it like it's some fucking claim to fame that they dumped in everyone's heads. I find that fucking disgusting. So I'm out there telling people about the real risks. I guess where we were going with
this is it looks a bit scammy and cheesy.
Yes, it does. But that's because everyone else is a hypocritical piece of shit. If you go to Ethereum's website, they pretend the price doesn't exist. Do you think that the price doesn't exist? Because the rest of the world, that's all they care about. How dare you make a website about a fucking product that doesn't speak to the only thing that anybody participating in it actually gives a fuck about? What is the likelihood this shit is going to zero? Show me the fucking chart. What is the liquidity? How can I analyze the trades? How can I see whether it's likely to go up or not? How can Hex has the most honest and open trades in all of cryptocurrency. You can see every single person that bought, every single person that sold, what else they're holding, whether they made money, whether they lost money, how long they're staking for, how many referrals they had, who referred them. You can see fucking everything. We have the best stats in all of DeFi, the best stats of all of cryptocurrency. So I'm sorry that everyone else is a hypocritical piece of shit that thinks that their Ponzi schemes aren't Ponzi schemes because they don't write the fucking price on the homepage or talk about the historical price performance. There's one person in cryptocurrency that tells you that Bitcoin's up 1.1 million X right now, and it's fucking me. Me. I'm the guy that tells the truth about it. Nobody else says that because they're stupid. They don't read the fucking chart. The chart says Bitcoin's up 1.1 million X right now from a fucking penny. And Hex is only up about 50x, 60x from January 5th versus the dollar. Well, how much more legs do you think it has? Ethereum did 10,000x, more than 10,000x on Kraken when it went from 15 cents to $1,500 in less than 2.5 years. Those are the actual real fucking numbers. But I'm supposed to feel bad and demonized because I tell you the truth and show you the fucking chart and show you the real potential. And guess what? What I said came goddamn true. I said 2020 could be a year where ETH outperforms Bitcoin, Bitcoin outperforms the dollar, and Hex outperforms both. And if you look at the 2020 chart, Hex is the number one appreciating high market cap coin in the fucking world. You go to nomics.com, it's top 22, top 23. You go to coinpaprika.com, it's like top 26. Everything I said has been right. And every single hater that's talked shit has been wrong. And I demand respect now. I demand my fucking respect now. They were all wrong. I was right. And I continue to be. So I'm sorry that other things that talk about price end up being scams, but I'm not going to let that censor my fucking free speech to tell the truth because people care about the fucking price. And why not? Why shouldn't they?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? This is what we're doing today, man. This is what we're doing. We're going to speak out or forever hold your peace. We got DJ Bomb in the building. The fire emojis. Percelto. What's going on? What's going on? Yo. Checks my pulse in the building. Catching a live while he's at work. LFG. Enter banana zone. What's happening? Fire emojis. We celebrating. All in this bitch. Yeah. All in this bitch. We ain't worried about no. We celebrating. Tap for Life One in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on? Finn Bear, he said, it's not your money Monday. It's not your money Monday. What's going on? On 2 platforms. Yeah, right. 2 platforms. They're trying to social engineer me. Actually, they did already many years ago. I admit it. I raised my hand. Yes. Social media has socially engineered me. I'm proud to admit it. I'm not going to, yeah, for sure. What's going on? What's going on? I'm everywhere. They're never there. Yo, that's how it is in crypto, man. You everywhere, people are never there. That's the, for sure, for sure. DJ and Dougie, bong, bong. Top of the day. Good morning, good evening, good night. Good afternoon to everybody who's out here. For sure, for sure. Man, I can't stay long, man. They already they know I gotta go. They know I gotta build with the people real quick. And they're trying to interrupt my flow. These people that I'm making rich with my 9 to 5 grind. I'm making them rich. I'm trying to balance that by conversing with the community right here, man. And they're trying to interrupt my flow. Disrespectful, man. Bunch of disrespectful people out here, man. My employer is very disrespectful. Doesn't even understand that I'm helping them become rich. Been doing it for too long, for decades. It's my turn. I cannot wait. I look forward. I look forward to the day when I look at my employer in the face and say, hey, it's not your money. You want to see something done? You do it. I don't work for you. And walk out. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm looking forward to that so badly. Dr. Morris says, Finbear, you go do it. You want to see something done, Finbear? You go do it Thursday. You go do it Thursday. The golden mic is telling you to go do it. Is it Tin Top, the original of person who's everywhere, we're never there. Tin Top is everywhere, we're never there. For sure. For sure. What's up, Tin Top? Hexander says, sub, yes, indeed. It's not your money, y'all. It's not your money. It's not your money. What is wrong with us, man? What is wrong with us? Why does all this make sense? And to everybody else, we're raving lunatics. 520 days. In the balls. Yeah, patiently awaiting glory, roughly 300 days of parabolic up from here. Yeah. Give or take. Let's keep the hopes, crank up. Are you crazy? What am I talking about? Let's just keep the hopes alive for the next 9 to 12 months of what's looking like the bull market. The bull, we can't say we're in a bear like that anymore, people. When you got people out here, Hexologist put a post. He put a post out on Twitter about how somebody spent $17 on a meme coin. The squirrel coin, Peanut. Rest in peace of Peanut, by the way, and his compadre, the raccoon. I love animals, yo. Sometimes I love animals more than I love people. That's his. Rest in peace. But the person put $17 in that meme coin. Did y'all see that? $17 in the meme in Solana, and the account is worth almost $3 million. Like 3 million, like $8,000 shy of $3 million. That's crypto. That is crypto. Granted, can he cash out? I don't know. But that's what crypto does. $17. You're 17, man. You can't even get a Happy Meal in New York City for 17 anymore. And if you do, you only getting you barely getting what you used to get a few years ago. 17, and you come out 3 million. And it's less than a month because that whole situation happened 2 weeks ago, something happens and they issue the meme coins real fast. Pew! On a chain like Solana. I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you, that's crypto. Academaciated, good morning, top of the day. What's going on? Good to see you. Randolph Schreiner says, I feel like Richard made me a PLS cycle. You are not alone at all. You're not alone. I mean, let me just be, everybody want to talk about, not everybody, but people want to talk about transparency. Yeah. Crypto's a part of my reality. It's also, you are not alone, man. We all become PLS, cycles. I'm obsessed with cryptocurrency, and in a healthy way, right? Like it's just a part of my everyday workings. I use it as a tool, and it's just until something better comes along, it's cryptocurrency all the way. And specific DeFi stuff, specifically to what we talk about here, y'all. For sure, man. It's now. It is now. What's going on? Says, sup, folks? What's happening? I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, man. I always say that, but it's real. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. Patience outperforms shiny things. Patience, the proper. What is it? What is it? The 5 Ps that ATX Crypto always talks about. Proper preparation prepares you for the proper preparation of the performance. Proper preparation prepares you for the proper performance of the preparation. Proper performance preparation prepares you for the patience. Huh? And then someone else graced the chat the other day and gave me the 4 Ps. Proper preparation performs the patience of the proper preparation performs performance patience of the performance patience to avoid being poor. Come on, man. We winning out here, man. We winning. Proper preparations to avoid being poor while we patiently proper preparations and perform properly. Come on, man. That's winning. You stick to those P's, you win it. It's a mindset, people. It's a mindset. Academacia said, keep calm and stay calm. Maybe utilize the lending protocols so as to not sell one's assets. Just saying. I hear you. I don't know what lending protocols, but hey, bless your heart. You know what I mean? Lending to me is kind of like it reminds me of 2017 with BitConnect. You know what I'm saying? When I hear about lending, and then they tried to in 2017 they came out with a new coin at the time called Salt that was introducing this conservative way to versus the DGen. BitConnect DGen, Salt was more conservative, and I don't know. And both of them, nobody talks about it anymore. But bless your heart. And I know what you're talking about as far as now, but I don't know anything about them because they started off on a sketchy footing anyway. You know what I mean? But salute to you, bro. I'm overweight, Richard. You on one like this? We just started the stream, man. Not even 16 minutes in the stream, already on 10. So I'm overweight, Richard. I hear you. He said it the other, in the old clip, man. That's why I opened it up with that, man, because a lot of hypocrisy, right, in crypto, and people don't like to admit it, but when you have some cultures, when they believe you have a big belly, that you not only are you like quote unquote healthy, but you super wealthy when you got a big belly. Some cultures appreciate that, Shout out. Hexander says BTC hits 92K, and I'm getting asked for people, what do I buy? Stop talking about y'all. Talk about it. I was just somebody brought it to my attention this morning too. The same situation, like, BTC, this and that. And I'm like, ee. I spoke to this one individual about it 3 years ago. And they hit me up now, like, yo, you see what BTC doing? I'm like, what's he doing? What's Bitcoin doing? You know, because I stopped talking about it too. And this is kind of alluding to what I'm about to say in the stream today. To speak out or forever hold your peace. The principles never fail you. No, they don't. They don't. They don't fail you. You're right. It's the people that we fail ourselves. The principles, they remain what they are. Standard. They remain the same. But what we do is a different story. Baselto says, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance of the performance. Poor prevents preparation proper. This is what we're talking about. Shout out to ATX Crypto. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. There you go. See, I had it right the whole time. The whole time. However you flip it and bounce it, you land on proper preparation prevents poor performance. How are we going to prepare for this next year, you could say? This next oncoming year, man, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're not expecting the grifts. We're not. Well, I don't expect grifts. I don't like scammers, bro. I don't like that energy. I don't. Never did and won't. I don't like that energy. I don't like how people lie to the people, man. They lie to the people. They come nice. Pause, no diddy. Right? They try to get you to win their confidence. And then they do some bad stuff and take your money. That needs to be eradicated. How? I don't know. But that is something that you don't need in your circumference. Take that out of your life. That whole thing. This is why you got to exercise the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents the patience of the performing properly poor, and proper preparation prevents poor performance. That's it. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Alexander says, purple people eaters. I don't know. Oh, thank goodness, man. I know I'm old, but I can't say I know purple people. Yeah, if you explain it, I might know it. So please don't explain it, because I want to hold on to the opportunity that I don't feel very boomer-ish or Generation X-ish. Appreciate you, Hexander. Appreciate you. DeFi is the future. The future is now. Procrastinators are the leaders of tomorrow. Yeah, man. This generation. Which generation? The young generation. You all, what? Generation Z? What? Millennial Z? Generation Alpha is too young. But Z, the one right before Generation Alpha, Z. Y'all, you have a chance right now to get into something that might potentially be life-changing. Who knows? It's not advice, but I'm saying you all are the future. You all are the future. This is why you have to speak out. Or there's nothing more that you'll be able to say because you didn't get a chance to be heard. You didn't give yourself a chance to be heard. You have to speak out. Grab the future but grab everything that's in front of you. Take advantage of these opportunities, man. If I was, let's say, 30 years younger, knowing what I know now, man, I'd be shaking hands with Elon, right? Having tea and crumpets with his dignitaries and other people of the like. I'd be doing all kinds of stuff, man. Y'all have, you don't know what you guys have. Take advantage of your youth. Take advantage. Because some of us, we made a way. But a lot of people now are looking at the younger generation and looking at them like they're soft, especially in the United States. You got to prove the elders wrong by not being soft, by being committed, driven, not be afraid to take risks, not being afraid to make mistakes, not being afraid, to go through the pain so you could reach your maximum potential, your maximum gains. Don't be afraid. Just go for it, man. Go for it. Stop being soft. and depending on everything social media related, man. That's not life. That's not nature. It's not living. Live, exist, experience, right? That's what it's about. Don't lose sight of that, man. A lot of us, we were working since we were kids, pre-teens. A lot of us were working jobs since we were children. I'm one of them since I was 12. Now you think about that now, you're looking at a 12-year-old nowadays, you look at it, you might think it's like something abusive. 2024, you got a 12-year-old working, an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old working while going to school still and expected to do all these things and work. You might look at it like it's some form of indirect corporal punishment, abuse. No, that was our reality 30, 40 years ago, and even longer. But a lot of y'all don't know what that is. You're sort of fortunate because you have everything being given to you easier than the previous generations. Take advantage of what you have, though. Take advantage. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Don't know what you have until it's gone. Facts, like they used to say, facts of life. Oh, yeah, bless your heart. NJ Dubs at Gen Z here, looking forward to retiring from 9 to 5 work. 9 to 5 works. Hey. If that's your goal, may you achieve it. You know what I mean? May you achieve it. Don't be afraid to work hard though for your goals, towards reaching your goals. That's a win. Another bitch about needing a living wage, tossing newspapers on porches. Of course, I was 12 at the time. So there you go. Man, I was handing out leaflets. I was handing out flyers for a retail store at 12 on the street, outside, unsupervised. My parents didn't know. I just told them, I'll be back. I'll be back. And I'm out here hustling, handing out flyers in a bustling city filled with just 8 million people, 8 million heads running around, and you could get lost in a source like that. And I was out there we just out there getting some kind of wage, living wage, as you call it, at 12. Crazy. Because I was tired of seeing my parents struggle for the simplest things to provide, the simplest things. And it started to feel like I was becoming a burden. I wanted to help alleviate that. Imagine a kid starting to feel like you becoming a burden to your parents who are just there to raise you unconditionally. And then you have to now turn something on in your mind and say, no, I got to get it, because if I don't get it, I'm not going to get it. I have to get it. So listening on RH for the first time in 55 years, something clicked and changes were made. Missed a lot of signs and opportunities along the way. Not this one, I said, and put in the work. There you go. And it's never too late. Never too late. Double nickel. Never too late. Never too late. And that's inspiring too. That's inspiring. He said, yeah, solo sport with personal growth side effects. Yeah, man. Stunner Breezy quoted that, coined that term. Crypto's a solo sport. I never forgot that, because he was also a Mexican that wasn't shy to even say how Richard helped change his life. He's since, he's still in the system, in the community, but he's branched off and got into, other things. That's his style. Like, he engages in risky plays, much riskier than what I can bear. But shout out to him. Crypto's a solo sport. Never forgot him. The man was like, he openly shared with the people, like, this is what I did. Regular like you. This is what I did, though. Didn't give up. Oh, shoot. And look who's here. See? There we go. The Munyon. Hey, by the way, Stunner. I think my future son-in-law, I don't know if I'll say future son-in-law because I don't know, but I've heard my son-in-law tell me about, he's young too, early 20s. He was like, yo, I gotta make this munyon. And then like a couple days later, I heard you said munyon. I'm like, oh, I gotta get on the munyon train, bro. No. I gotta tap it. I'm hearing a young guy, maybe 21, and I'm hearing the wisdom of some Stunner Breezy, some munyon, and make me laugh every day. Oh nah, man, I gotta share that, even though it's not your money. Sometimes I'll say, it's not your munyon. What's up, man? Stunner, you one of a kind, man. You one of a kind. Good to see you, though, man. Double dickle next try. yeah. Double dick. Okay, so before, because I can't stay too long. Speak out or forever hold your peace. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I've been very vocal about being critical over the years. Crypto, man. Sounding crazy, like, I'll go on my tangents. I start getting passionate and blah, 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 and talk about scams and blah, 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 blah. Now that Bitcoin is doing what it's doing, right? The market is raging, everything going on. We're watching things change naturally, right? You got people coming back into, let's say post-chain community, because they can come back. They could come back. Anybody can come and go this is crypto. You can't stop people from investing. You can't stop people from, right, participating. There's no gates, you got to go through security and what. No, folks are going to do what they're going to do. But because people are weird in a way where, I'm seeing, I've been talking the last couple streams about this one person that's being celebrated to come through and come back. If people have issues with that, I shouldn't be the only one talking about it, like in a sense where so many people have different opinions, different thoughts, different blah, blah, blah. And this whole thing about, no, I'll let you say it. I'll let you. No. This is why I say that we need more content creators, and not for the sake of exposing people and being, gossiping and negativity. It's not just for that. It's just for the growth. And what comes with that? What comes with that growth? You got issues where, if the community is growing, you're still going to have a bunch of people talking about certain things. It's just going to be many more people talking about the same thing. You're going to talk about what you like, and then you're going to see some weird stuff going on, and other people start calling things out if you feel like you need to call things out, right? But some of these things, like this person who's coming back now, who's been coming back for the last week, making his rounds, this and that and this, he's celebrated and praised and supported by certain people in the community. I'm not giving dude any shine like that, because if you know, you know. But it doesn't make a difference for me, what I've done and what I've been doing in the crypto. For some people, it seems like it affects their strategy now. It affects their plan. Why should one person, if it's not Richard Hart himself, why should anybody else come into anything that you got going on, especially this system? Because we know it's Richard Hart's thing. There's nobody else who got more resources and more bread, more money, more money than Richard. Here, let's keep it real. So anybody else that's coming doing this, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this number one whale and this and that, and that's me beating their chest. Okay, fine. They've done questionable things. That's on them. Because what they do, what they decide to buy, sell, eat, blah, 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 might affect you, but it really doesn't, because everyone has to participate. Everyone at some point becomes exit liquidity. Everyone at some point, gets dumped on. This is the market, it's the nature of the market. But you don't have to really subscribe to anything else outside of what you got going on. You hear somebody come and says, oh, now's a good time. Because I heard a clip, oh, now's a good time to buy, to accumulate. Some of us been accumulating since Pulse-Chain launched. Thank you for your input, but, I didn't ask for it, but you saying, okay, fine. But Whether you were here or not, people are still going to accumulate and do what they do. The decisions of somebody else shouldn't dictate what you do. And if you see something going on that's crazy, speak about it. Speak about it. It can't be the same people talking, because the thing about it is this: it's like we could be drowned out. Like I could just decide, let me not speak on this anymore. It doesn't matter. Go live my life. And guess what? It's not going to matter, because life is going to go on anyway. People are going to do what they're going to do regardless. Maybe someone else will pick up the pieces from where I left it or whatever, take the helm and keep it moving, or maybe not. And it's okay. Who cares? Who cares? We're here to try to figure out a way where we could profit, because this is what it's about. When they're talking about that communist nonsense, it's just to create division. It's just a talking point. It's just, it's kids play. Communism, no, we're here to make a profit. We're here to win. We're here to do something here, man. That's what cryptos are. I mean, for real. Keep it. We're here for the money. I know I am. I appreciate the technology that's helping me make this money. I appreciate it. I appreciate the technology that exists. Like I said, 30 years ago, if I knew now what I knew then, I mean, if we had this 30 years ago, my goodness, bro. My goodness. But that's not the case. This is where we are right now. Bitcoin broke 93K this week. Onwards to 94. That's powerful. That's a sign to show you. It shows me, okay, Ethereum is right behind them. And after Ethereum is everything else that's close. Everything else is gonna go up, man. Take advantage. Take advantage. You know, I did a gesture maybe 3 years ago. For 2021. I onboarded somebody into crypto, a person who I no longer, speak to anymore, but that's neither here nor there. I gifted them some BTC. At the time, they were scared. I said, no, don't worry, man. They're thinking, because, there's some type of because of their job. They're just scared. They're thinking Bitcoin is just underground, something and just criminal element, blah, 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 scared to death. I'm like, don't worry about it, man. Here you go. Boom. Check this. Here's some Satoshis. Hold that. 3 years. That thing multiplied crazy because they didn't sell. But at the time, when I gave it to them, it was a certain number. And within that 3-year period, they were like, oh, see, I don't see. They told me directly, I think this is a scam, because it's not, because those moments where Bitcoin dipped after its all-time high, went from 60 something K to 17, 15K. So they're thinking, oh man, this was a wash. What am I into? What is this about? I'm glad this was a gift. So they're being disrespectful to me. I didn't care. Because 3 years later, they're looking at the thing and it multiplied. X's in value. X's in value. I want to say more or almost a little over 4X. Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is heavy, but it multiplied. And they looking at it, they're like, oh, I haven't talked to them, but I already know, because I don't talk to them anymore for some other reasons, whatever. It doesn't matter. The same way I was talking to people back then, they missed the mark. You watching this thing hit 93K, hovering at 90, 91 now, but still, it's not 15, 12K that it was back then, or 20K or whatever it was. It's higher now. So how are we positioning ourselves to benefit, to profit? And I think that's important. And if you're seeing weird things taking place among people, like in the grand scheme of things, these people don't matter. They don't have the control that they want you to believe they have. They don't. One thing I could say, because people are looking at Richard like he's the only reason why everything went up. In a sense, all I could say is, man, I'm glad he's a good guy. I'm glad he's a good guy. I'm glad he didn't fall like a lot of people Have. I'm glad he didn't get picked up by the FBI, CIA, blah, blah, blah. Like Duquan, Mashinsky, Bankman-Fried, and a slew of other people. Have. I'm glad that's not his story. And we all benefit from that by learning, participating, and winning and earning and living. Got money to help us do what we want to do that we couldn't do before we had crypto, before we had the right cryptos. And then when you're watching other people interfere or come in through and blah, 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 you got to give some people a chance because not everybody's bad. But some bad people do a lot of bad things and they steal a lot from the people. That's why you got to be careful. And whatever you do is what you do. But I don't have the time, me personally, to get on a stream every day and identify everything I don't like. Not only would I bring problems to my life, I'll bring drama to my life, right? But the quality of my life will go down. I'm not doing this for that. I'm not doing this for that. And in essence, nobody cares. I'm not getting paid for this, right? Folks are just, it's just, I'm one voice out of 8 billion people. People really don't care like that. So it's focus on what matters. Focus on what matters. You know, we've seen a lot like to show. I mean, think about it. He's human, right? I'm talking about Richard, human. So I'm sure the shenanigans that took place in the last year and a half, I wish it was, in some cases, I wish it was simple. Like back in the days, we had these platforms called high yield investment platforms. They were called hypes, right? Where they were issuing percentage gains like 7% a day if you invested whatever crypto in these things. And them things never lived out past 3 days. Sometimes you send the same day you send your crypto, you lose your crypto because they were the 99 point whatever percent were rugs. And I could say back then it was easy to say, okay, see, don't get involved with this kind of crypto unless you want to just risk it all and win a little bit. But when you have it's when you attach that to individuals that you know, like developers that have created problems for people. There's certain developers that exist today, still exist today, that have created problems for their communities because everything they launched, and they keep on launching, brought meager results. When you could attach developers, you could attach individuals to bad activity that's taking place, you know what to stay away from. It was easier when we just had these hypes where people were just like in the shadows. Now you could see the people. Now, or you could hear about the people, and then they create a history for themselves. They follow a history. There's a pattern. Long term, you could say, anything this person got going on, I'm good. I'm not going to involve myself with. And sometimes maybe somebody may feel compelled to say something to help people be aware. Hey, listen, you might want to. One developer I know, and I don't want to put him out there like that, but it's true. It's like I see stuff going on today that reminds me of developers from back in the days and what they did. Like, for example, on Tron, after the Hourglass thing, something happened. Something different happened in DeFi where just, you had certain developers that all they were doing, launching contract after contract after contract after contract under one umbrella. They could call their thing, let's say is it is what it is. For example, I gotta just say like bankroll, a whole bunch of contracts under bankroll, from daily to everything else, like 20 contracts, bro. Few people made money, most people didn't. Had issues, had times where things were like running well, and you're looking at the guy, you're like, yo, guy, like developer, sir, can you get it together? But you can't tell people nothing when they feel like they know everything. And so moving forward, everything these person had, it went from Tron to Binance and whatever, and has a crazy community, thousands of people in the Telegram group. And we have iterations of that going on today, because things evolve. It might not even be with the same person, but you're seeing other people do the same thing. They issue a coin, and then in 6 months' time, they launch 6-10 contracts that's supposed to help this coin pump. That's supposed to help the original coin pump. They got 6 to 10 different contracts to help this one coin pump. Why? Because you need to keep the money coming in. People lose interest quickly. You got a coin that, and then okay, it's making money. Then people get bored this quick, and you got to issue something else, and you got to issue something else. You got to keep that money coming in. That's a problem that I've seen with crypto over the years. You can't keep the people interested. They're not buying no more, and it's hard. It's hard to keep the people interested. When they sell, it's hard for people to come back, especially if they got a boatload. That's how it is. That's one of the fundamental problems with crypto. And that's why I saw like how Hex was a little different with this product market fit thing. And I'm like, what does that mean? What does that really mean? It means it means that it's, to me, that, you know, it's if it fixes a certain problem, fixes a problem, addresses a certain issue. And he did it in a way where, okay, you could talk about this coin for a minute now, because you could lock it up, earn yield every day for X amount of time, up to 15 years. 15 years. That wasn't something we really heard before. In other words, December 2nd is going to be 5 years since Hex been out. So many other coins launched. We don't talk about them 5 years later, and they still exist on thousands of coins live on a bunch of blockchains we don't talk about anymore, that launched longer than Hex. They don't talk about them anymore because they lost the excitement. People are not interested. People don't care about buying them over and over and over again. Hex did it different. And then you had a community that was raging behind it. You had Richard Hart that was, going after everybody, just running through the whole crypto industry, decimating everybody in debates, all this kind of stuff going on. But underneath the hood, there's just a lot of problems, interference, with people trying to just, jerk people around and rug people and scam people and do all this type of weird stuff. Right? And then you get to a point where you want, when does it end? You want relief. And how I put my hands up is because I haven't experienced any scam, nothing in 4 years. And that's a blessing, because up to that point, it was just like, man, I was getting cooked left and right. I was getting broiled. I was getting fried. I was getting boiled. I was getting sauteed. Come on, man. I was making some earnings too, but like for the patent, it was bad. That's why I left sort of a bad taste in my mouth, because of my experiences. Became sort of jaded and are able to pick up signs, watching certain things, man. That's what I've said before this year. Developers are the real founders, man. Without the developers, we really have nothing. The developers who create these situations, these smart contracts, these tokens, these coins, these operations, these blockchains, DEXs, all these things, man. They're the lifeblood of all this, man. Everything else is just a mouthpiece. You marketing, you promoting, because you need the marketing to get people interested. But the developer, if it weren't for them, man, we wouldn't be where we are. And then a lot of times it's very hard finding good developers. And even developers told me that most of them are lazy. You're not going to hear this all the time, man. So when you get into a situation where you're watching certain things unfold, it's generally deeper than what you see on the surface. And a lot of people are just unaware. And it would be good if you, instead of passing along information, hey, look, this is what I found out, that what I found out. If you're creative, and if you have the time and the interest, talk about it. Share some information. Bring awareness, because we also want to appreciate clean situations. I don't want to be involved with corruption, even though it's hard to dismiss it, but at least you don't have to welcome that in your life. I want to be involved with scams and grifts and weird situations. No, I'm trying to make money, mind my business, and go live life. And help my family too. and help others in my community in real life. Why not? Why not? And that's just all I'm saying. Because if you don't do that, if you have information on certain things going on that might help people, like, you know what I mean? If you know a building is burning somewhere, you can smell the smoke. You can smell the smoke, and people smell the smoke, and they still going in the direction of where the fire is at. You tell them, listen here. I know you smell the smoke, but I could actually see something going on over there. That's gonna be bad for you. Something burning over there, and they don't pay attention. That's on them. But at least you told them. At least you saying something. Because it's weird. I could drum up a lot of conspiracy of what I've seen, but I'm not about conspiracy. I'm about factual stuff. Conspiracy is subjective. You blah blah blah. Hard to prove. Sometimes easy to prove. But when you have factual information, that's what I base everything on, because it's about money. Nobody's gonna respect money more than you. And a lot of these people that are coming back over here, oh, this billionaire. I do this. I do that. I've done this. I'm the biggest whale. Megalodon, Poseidon, blah blah blah. Sea animal in the world, biggest. No, you're not. Every time someone comes around and to try to be like they the top dog, someone's always bigger and greater than they are. You don't have to be intimidated by anything. This is crypto. Self-custody is you and the blockchain, not you and some megalodon, Poseidon, not you and some sardine. Or granted, we all make up a community, sure. But when you're deciding to enter, to buy, to sell, to transfer, whatever, you don't have them around you. It's you making the decision. That's why I love the whole term about it is a solo sport. Crypto's a solo, it's you, your money, and the blockchain, and whatever you decide to do. And it's a bunch of us doing that. That's what makes up the collective. That's what makes up the community. I don't want to hear anything. Oh, this node and that node. You know, I'm hearing the talk. This rhetoric is bringing back, and it's a little bit weird. But that's me bringing back some rhetoric and this. Oh, now's the time for accumulation phase, and it's been an accumulation phase. The whole bear market, 3 years. What do you call that? And what's weird is the messages. Also, it's weird because you're talking about openly saying like within the next, couple months. What are you saying? Because you sound like an insider. It already sounds sketch from the door. And then you got cheerleaders, people supporting this, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we get it, but you don't have to, because you came with that energy a few years ago, then you disappeared. You came with that energy, but then you disappeared. So, and for whatever reason, you could disappear or you live your life. Nobody can stop you. Not telling anybody what to do. You could only go by somebody's actions. But a lot of us been saying this thing the whole time, like, yo, a lot of people experience life-changing gains dealing with RH coins. Life-changing gains. And that's a beautiful thing, because that shows that there's an example. Like, people didn't get scammed. Like, we still hear Hex is a scam. Richard Hart is a scam. We're always going to hear that. But when you're watching people show you how the quality of their lives improved, right? Like, you're watching how things unfold. Granted, the price, the value went down, right? But initially, when the value was up, it helped people not have to work anymore. It helped people retire. It helped people, like they would say, they're traveling the world. It opened up opportunity for them to allow time, to have more time to do things, because time waits for nobody. So now they have more time. They don't have to toil, go to 9 to 5 somewhere. They could take the time and do something that they could appreciate more. Spend time with family, travel the world, retire, start a business, reinvest, whatever you want to call it. Change their lives. Some people became so different, though, where they attacked because they're not happy, right? They're not happy with themselves. So they attack the same community that help build their popularity. They attack the same people in the community that help prop them up. You got gains financially, you got gains socially, you got gains financially. And not only did you get gains financially, you also disrespect the person that created the opportunity for you to get gains socially, financially, disrespecting Richard. And you got gains by making connections with people in this community who've invested in the same coin that you've invested that helped change your life. And the same community of social people you defecate on. You got people who are like that. Not everybody's perfect. And some people are broken, they're damaged, no matter how much money they have. And they allow that energy to fester, to grow, to disturb them, to create confusion and division. You have people who do that on purpose because this is what they've been doing for the last 3 years. I've seen it for myself. I've seen it. It's not conjecture. This is not conspiracy. That's why I've been vocal on certain things. Don't care about how big or small my channel is. I'll just put it out there. It's on the internet. But as long as YouTube wants to keep my videos up. But I've seen it. I've seen the effects. I've seen it. And it grows. And the shenanigans and the games and the strategies that people play. They could start with good intentions and then everything falls apart. And then what happens? Give everybody the benefit of the doubt. That's what I do, right? I give everybody a benefit of the doubt until they show me something else. Because this is the internet. This is the internet. When you mess up, you do something crazy in crypto and it affects you and it affects other people losing money, the internet will never let you live that down. I keep saying that and it's true. It's true. And then you still want to double back and triple back and show people, you pretend like, you absolve, like you the person, you doing things right, you doing things a certain way, and it's just not adding up. It's not adding up. So these people, these certain members in Hex, Pulse Chain, they want to welcome people. Let them welcome people. You got issues with the welcoming, say something too. If you don't, mind your business, do what you do. I don't know. I'm not here to make it work anyway, because whatever I've been doing has been working for me. I know one thing, the people who try to tell you, oh no, try to believe in their rhetoric, I don't know what agenda they have. Because this is why I keep saying, this is why I bring it back to a couple years ago, when the same whale y'all welcoming back, same whale, and it's weird, told everybody that they were not going to be able to make it past 2 years in Pulse. They were going to sell that they were going to sell everything, right? Because they weren't going to have diamond hands. They weren't serious as he was. He was going to be here, he said. First 1-2 years, he's going to be here, and most people are going to be gone. They won't be able to hold on to their crypto. He was gone for a strong 1.5 years. So it's like, all right, then you come back. Oh, money, money, money. It's like, it looks like to me like they're still angry that Richard is not really vocal like he was. He's not streaming. They're angry that because everybody, quote unquote, is relying on Richard solely to pump the market. And since he's been gone, they pissed off. So people raging. You want to talk about outrage marketing? They raging against Richard. They raging against him. They raging against anybody who they think is a maxi. They raging against all this because they pissed off. Maybe because they quit work, right? You got a lot of money, you cashed out, but you didn't think that this bear market was going to be as long. You didn't cash out enough to hold you over. So now, pissed off, got to go back to work, looking at, net negative 99%, hurt, people not seeing what they want to see. They thought they were going to be super uber rich. They're not that. Richard don't, respond to people, not following people, all this weird stuff. Well, they raging in their own way, launching coins after coins after coins, trying to make money. It's not about creating a opportunity to solve humanity's problems. No, it's about solving their personal problems. You think these coin launches that took place this last year are supposed to solve fundamental financial issues that the world has experienced for over 100 years? You think they're solving anything like that? You think they're creating anything that's supposed to be Nobel Peace Prize worthy? No. They're creating something to create an income stream for themselves off of our backs, sweat, and tears, off of our dime. That's what they've done this year. Don't make no mistake about it. Don't be fooled about oh no, this is technology, it's game theory, this is groundbreaking, and this is what we're doing, and this is innovation at the highest level, it's so advanced. Yeah, it's an advanced rules. It's an advanced opportunity to allow people to give them their money, to give them your money so they could fund their lifestyle. It is what it is. All these coins are supposed to solve world problems. No, it's solving personal problems. Because you can't have anything if you don't have the money in this Western society. It is what it is. But then when you call things out like that, they'll say, oh no, you're a communist. No, you're a bumbling fool. Because that talk doesn't move me anyway. Right? That rhetoric. This is why I say what I say the way I say it. I just put it out there on the table. You decided not to work. Some people who got caught up ended up going back to work. Salute to them. Some people stopped streaming, right? Some people just found a different way. And some people just launched coins after grift after grift after grift. Donations. They want to live off the people that way, right? That's what we've seen. Some people launch opportunities where they, in their own circles, however large, it could be 100. It could be 100 people. It could be 1,000 people. It could be 10,000 people. It's still a situation where people are trying to fund their own lifestyle off the backs of everybody else, pretending like they're solving a worldly problem. And they're not. The worldly problem is a personal money problem that they dress it up. Some people realize that, that they were just opportunity for everyone to dump on them, because this is all Ponzi-nomics. The dollar's a Ponzi. We living with it. We living in it. We dealing with it. Rehypothecation, inflation, all that stuff. We deal with it. Quantitative easing, quantitative measing, sleazing, all this easing. We live with it. We deal with it. That's no different in crypto. Zero sum. Somebody always loses. We get that. That's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the market. Nature of what we do. But it doesn't have to be a crazy bad experience when you're watching things unfold a certain way. That's why I'm not a part of so many other communities doing what they do, because that's all they're doing. You launch this coin, that coin, that coin. What problem is it really solving? What problem is it solving if we have tokens already that solves a majority of things? Like, this is why the man, I would say, didn't care for builders building on the chain. Because you got a whole bunch of stuff on Ethereum already and they copied over. But what some people did, they made a copy of a copy. They made a copy of a copy by issuing sacrifices to copy something that was already copied on the chain. You issued a sacrifice. What favor are you doing for the world? Someone mentioned lending, doing the lending, a copy of a copy. You made a copy of a copy and thought that you were doing something original by introducing your own nuance. You made a few tweaks here and there and got millions. Hey, it's part of the game, right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. So you have to find a way to find your balance, whatever that means to you. Whatever that means to you. And you find something that's disturbing, say something. Say something. Appreciate what's going on, because we find a lot of chaos. We find a lot of distractions. But you need the chaos and the distractions to understand order and clarity. You need it. It needs to exist. It has to coexist. Or else you wouldn't know, you wouldn't be able to differentiate one from the other. You need these people to continuously rug. You can't get rid of scammers. Can't get rid of grifters. Right? You need to understand what they are, what they do, so you could learn what to stay away from, what not to participate in. And if you're suffering, you might end up becoming one. But you understand how to differentiate. You could identify better A from B, B from C, etc., etc. But, you know, that's it. That's it, people. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to all y'all. And so I said, speak or whatever. And one more thing. Like some people, man, some people like, and sometimes I give my own version of, in my mind right now, it's like my own version of some, I don't know. I'm not even gonna call it what it's called in crypto. There's a message for people who, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like if you find yourself in some kind of contentious situation, how deep is it, yo? Like, is it really worth, like, come on, bro. Like, it's the internet. Why are you making shit worse than it, you know? Like, come on. What's the point? What is the point in talking about certain things outside of it just being entertainment, outside of gossiping and entertaining? Because at some point, this is what this brings. Because I'm fully entertained by a lot of the shenanigans that took place. It's fully entertaining, not in a sordid way, because I don't revel and celebrate in the loss that people experience, misfortune. I don't like that. Why am I gonna celebrate someone else's misfortune? That means I don't deserve anything good for myself. But sometimes when the comedic factor comes in, so I find it, you know, entertaining in a certain way where people just go at each other for stupidity, not for losing money. That's a different situation altogether. But when I'm watching people like, yo, you consistently fighting, and then you on the internet talking about what you're gonna do and this and that. I mean, how serious can a person really be? Because you could have a cause, you could really be in the quote unquote, you could really be in the right. You have all your information, you have all your facts, you have truth on your side. And then here you go, exposing yourself, telling the opposition everything you got going on. And what do you think happens? Before you know it, you get drowned out because you gave it all away. You armed the people you're fighting against with everything, or the majority of stuff that they didn't even need to know that you were dealing with. You understand? But you say you're fighting a good fight. How? What fight? Is this a fight even worth fighting? Like, these people, it's like not a good thing. Like, if you're playing chess, you might as well tell your opponent your next 3, 4, 5 moves, or tell your opponent every move you're making before you make it. You might as well do that. You might as well, you're playing football, you might as well tell the defensive lineman what your play is going to be. Short rabbit stock. Oh yeah, we're going to pass it to the running back, and they're going to, cut through the nose guard and blah, blah, blah. And the cornerback, the lineman, you might as well reveal the play. Tell them the play. Give them the whole playbook. Basketball, give them the whole playbook. And for what? What are you doing? I've seen that happen too. Like, people here, like they just, you might have a legitimate cause. of why you are upset, complaining about some wrongdoings that are taking place. How you address it is what matters. When you take it to the internet, it changes, things change. People look at you as a source of, again, entertainment. People look at you as somebody who's just unhinged, right? Like you just reckless, you crash out. For what? Over what? What are you doing? You're not being looked at as a person to be taken serious. You're not being seen as a person to be taken serious after a while. And that's many individuals I've seen over the years. Over the years. And they're quick to say, oh, this and that, that and this is what we're going to do. And certain things I'm not even going to say because I could even say even more. But it's not for that. The game is to be sold, not told. That's why I say a lot of times, man, pick up what I'm putting down, read, listen to what I'm not saying, as well as others. Listen to what people don't say. Read between the lines. That's it, folks. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Salute.